It's going to be a busy day tomorrow, Election Day. There are a handful of big items on the ballot. One that will have a huge impact on the Austin community, of course, Proposition A. Austin Mayor Steve Adler joining us now live to talk about Prop A and other hot button topics in our community. Mayor, good morning. Appreciate it. I know you've been pushing kind of about this prop for quite some time, pretty vocal on your stance against it. All to do with police staffing is what it's about. You called it financially irresponsible, but let's run through the possibilities. Starting with, if it fails, how does that affect the safety of the city and the safety of the officers?
We have about 200 unfilled, already paid and budgeted police positions right now. And we need to fill them. That's why we have a cadet class in progress, more scheduled for next year. But the staffing issue, hiring officers, is something that cities are facing across the country. We have to do a better job. We have to come up with an incentive package. We have to retain officers. But those 200 positions that are already paid for and unfilled are different than Prop B. Prop B is trying to get another 600 officers on top of those 200, and that's why it's financially irresponsible.
So let's go now, if it does pass, how does that affect the budget? Talking about that many more officers, what does that do to the city as far as because it's got to come from somewhere, right?
That's exactly it. You know, it's been estimated to cost, and the Supreme Court had us put onto the ballot item itself that it could cost between $300 and $600 million over the next 5 years. That has to come from somewhere. So something's going to have to get cut, or taxes are going to have to be raised. And since 70% of our general fund budget is public safety, it's the firefighters and EMS that are most concerned about their budgets being cut. I'm not sure there's any other way to do it. People, hear different things on different sides. They're trying to decide who to believe. Just remember that the firefighters themselves have come out against this. The EMS themselves, their association, have come out against Prop A. Both of them are asking voters to vote against Prop A. You don't have to believe the proponents on either side. Just believe the firefighters and the EMS people.
So let's just talk for a moment again. If it does pass, hiring 200 officers is almost impossible. It's not happening for the city. What would it take to hire that many officers? I mean, you would have to double the salary of some of these officers. Has that been thought about, what it would take to bring that many in?
Well, yes, and that's why it really just blows up the budget, because at that point you're not only talking about increasing the number of officers, but potentially what you have to pay the officers. Right now, Austin pays their officers more. The last time we went through a contract, we set our contract to pay our officers more than any other city in Texas was paying their officers, because we want to get the cream of the crop, the best people on a strong police force. And that's the practice we need to do. We don't have a staffing problem. We have a hiring challenge, and that's where this whole community needs to put their attention.
Whether it's a staffing problem or a hiring problem, whatever it is, it is leading to a little bit more of a dangerous city. This morning, in fact, there was a drive-by shooting, and we were just told that we're working to find out the condition of the victim, but we're told it took police more than 50 minutes, and this was right next to the UT campus, for police to respond. Is that not way too much time for a response time, Mayor?
Well, we need to increase response times in the city, but remember, Austin is still one of the 4 safest big cities in the country. But yes, we have to fill those 200 already paid for, already budgeted, staffed positions that we have in the city, and we'll do that. Even the work going from 911 to 311 is already, it looks like it's increasing response times that we have in the city by not asking our police officers to do animal control work or take all the reports on fender benders. So we can always make the city safer. It's the most important thing that we have to do, so we need to focus on it. But Prop A, it doesn't do anything to make us safer. It's only going to just blow up it's just going to blow up the budget.
Let's move on to the homelessness crisis, if you would. The goal of housing 3,000 people over the next 3 years, of course, has been out there. Hundreds of $millions being pumped into this crisis here in Central Texas. So what's the next step into making this happen? 3,000 homeless people being housed.
Well, that's the goal, and I'm real excited that the whole community has come together behind this. That's the Chamber of Commerce, the Downtown Austin Alliance, even the advocacy groups. Our city's never been united. It's going to cost about $500 million over 3 years to set up the system. It'll house 3,000 people, which is the number of people that we have right now on any given night, but it's going to help thousands of other people. We've already raised $400 of the $500 million. I think in 3 to 5 years, we'll get to net effective zero homelessness in Austin. We'll be the first city our size to ever get that done. We're using the federal dollars that have come from the rescue plan. Both the city and the county are investing into this goal. And I'm real excited because after a decade and a half of watching this challenge grow and not being able to do something about it, Austin is now launched on that path to get this done. I'm excited about it. You saw the Downtown Austin Alliance numbers already showing that people out and homeless in tents has been cut in half since the City Council initiated the HEAL initiative. So we're headed in the right direction on that challenge. We also saw the Downtown Alliance saying that crime has gone down downtown over the last 3 months.
That is good news. Finally, talk about the COVID numbers. This is some great news. Continues to go down. Still technically, I believe, this morning in stage 3, but the numbers a possibility of stage 2. What are you hearing from health experts about COVID in Central Texas and when we could take that next step down in grades?
Well, I know that they're looking at it right now because the numbers have come down for hospital admissions. But I'll tell you, ICU units, we're still seeing too many people. They're all unvaccinated people. We still have a couple 100,000 people in our community that have yet to get vaccinated. That's our risk area. So we're doing everything we can to get the vaccines to the people that still need them. Because as long as we have that population of unvaccinated people, there's a risk in our community of seeing a spike again, like they're seeing right now in the United Kingdom.
Well, Mayor, appreciate it again. I know you want all the people to get on out there and vote tomorrow. Appreciate it as always. We'll talk to you in a few weeks.
Voting's important. Very few people have voted, so every vote counts a lot. Please vote.
All right, Mayor, thank you very much.